Hey y'all, hey. I couldn't take it no more. But how y'all doing? I hope y'all doing good. Great, actually. Um, if y'all didn't know, let me mute that for a second because I don't want y'all to hear me, hear me, hear me. Okay, hear ye, hear ye. We have a name change. Hold on. We have a name change, and the name change is going to be to. I, I promise you, I had. Wow. Mm, never mind then. Forget it. Hello. Hello. Okay, there we go. So, the name change, right? The name change is going to be to authentically yapping. Yeah. It's going to. I changed the name because I feel like the Yap Academy was too long, and also there was another channel on YouTube. Even though it don't look like that they was doing too much and nothing in regards to what I'm doing. Um, excuse me. I just mm-mm. So I changed it to authentically yapping because I'm authentic and I be yapping. For real, that's all there is to it. But to say it and to do it, you feel me? So name change. I uploaded the. I changed the logo and everything. Like it's official. We go together real bad. But yeah, that's that exciting bit. Today I haven't been on in a week. I haven't recorded in a week. Like I be saying, I've been going through a lot, y'all. Like I'm gonna just say self sabotage is trying to take me out. It's trying to kill me. However, I'm still standing, I'm still moving, I'm still grooving, I'm still here, baby. Now what's the word, shorty? But today we are going to talk about a topic that is not so light, it's not so airy, it's not so yeah, it's a pretty heavy topic the way that you look at it. We're going to talk about grief. Now, this is a topic that I feel like everybody has a opinion on. Everybody has a say so. Everybody has a right to say how they feel. Let me give my disclaimer. If you feel like I'm talking about you and the shoe fits, walk. If the shoe don't fit, walk. Um, take it back to the Lord, to the Heavenly Father, to who you pray to and get answers from, and they'll reveal to you what it is, what it ain't, and what it's gonna be. If you have a problem, you can address me. I would advise you to go to the Father first. However, you can address me. You know, yeah, that's the thing. You can do that. But grief, whoo, out the gate. Grief is grief is so cold. God Jesus what Yahuwah wept. He cried. Cause it's like dang, you was my dog, you was my homie, you was my friend, you was my lover, you was my guardian, you was my like you feel me? And death in or grief in the case for me because you have all different formalities of grief. You could have grieving the transitioned and also grieving the alive. Now, the trajectory I'm coming from is grieving from the transitioned, but I've also had a peek at grieving the alive. Now, the perspective of grieving the transitioned. We all know, we always hear they're in a better place. They don't have to worry about the earth, and they don't have to worry about the drama and the problems down here, and they don't gotta worry about this and they don't gotta worry about that, on and so forth. Which is true. They don't. They up there with the Father, chilling, doing things to help us, to help us navigate our lives, to help us get back to where we originally supposed to be. We're not supposed to be here. Yeah, let that sink in a little bit. We're not supposed to be here. However, I'm here. I feel like a criminal. I feel like a criminal, offensive side eye, bombastic side eye. Um, that's how I feel. 'Cause I ain't here. Everybody else over there having fun, being lit, they turn up. You feel me? They doing their thug thizzle, they doing their thing, and I'm here like. Okay, but no, I'm really like trying to beat around the bush because I don't want to talk about it for real. But we gonna have to get into it. We gonna have to get into it. Okay, so when it comes to grieving the transition, I have had to learn over time, and it took me a long time. Because my story is, well, my testimony is, my parents died, or my parents transitioned when I was. My dad transitioned when I was 6 months or so. My mom transitioned when I was one. Um, one going on two. So it was a year in between, and it's crazy how it was the same month. All of that, okay. So excuse me. So I was feeling very calling a spade a spade. I felt by myself. I felt alone. I felt betrayed. I felt hurt. I felt like I wasn't supposed to be here. I felt like a mistake. I felt like I was not supposed to be here. I felt like why would I be placed on earth? Like, what did I do to get kicked out the club? You feel me? What did I do to get kicked out the club? It's giving you can't have pay from outside of the club. Can't even get in. But what did I do to get kicked out the club for real? What's going on? What's needed of me so I can go ahead and ding 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 ding, ding. Like and um the mind is a powerful thing. Ging 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 ging. What is this? Okay. So anyways, yeah, grieving the transition, it's a very hard process because when you have love for somebody, especially somebody who is a very pivotal person in your life, who is a starting point, a stepping stone, a guide, who is supposed to be here to teach you right from wrong, who's supposed to be here to teach you up from down, left from right, who's here to guide you and help you with the ways of life, and you don't have them. You don't have them, especially from a young age. You start to question your worth, you start to question yourself, you start to doubt yourself, you start to put all of these different things and basically succumb to self sabotage. But you so young, you don't even know what self sabotage is. You don't know what anything is. You just growing up day by day. You learning a little bit and a little bit more and a little bit more and a little bit more. Um, until finally you get old enough, you get the wisdom, you get the education, the understanding, the knowledge to know what's really up, and they could actually communicate with you, and you can feel that they are still here even though you can't see them. They're still checking on you when you sleep. They still trying to find a way to have something to come into the 3D for you, um when times are hard, times are tough, when you are crying at the memory of them, they're still here holding on to you. They're still here trying to make you feel better. They probably be yelling at us like, we ain't going nowhere. We ain't going no we still here. We still here. Like, and that's one thing that has helped me um with the whole grieving process is knowing that even though I can't see them, they're still here. Just like how we can't see God, but we know that He's here. We know that God is omnipresent. We know that God is never going to leave us and He never forsake us. We know that God is going to do exceedingly and abundantly of all things to help us with our lives, but God is also a father. He also wants to make sure that the desires of our hearts, what we want, and what we want is actually something that we are going to be able to sustain, which is why we have tests, which is why we have to persevere, we have to endure, we have to get through the small to receive the big. Because how bad you want it? Like how y'all be wanting to tell these men out here bark like you want it. No. Stop doing that. Stop saying that. That's not cool. That's not okay. That's not none of that. Just like how ain't no lie, ain't no way around not working. Even if you're not working, you're working. Even if you're not working, you're clocked in somewhere else. And if you clocked in with God, if you punched in with the source, you're always working. It don't matter what time. Yesterday I got woke up at two something in the morning. I think it was 2:22. I got woken up and I it was the reason why I needed to wake up because God wanted me to wake up. I got so much information yesterday, crazy. But I needed to wake up to get that information because if I didn't wake up and get that information, then what? It could have essentially came to me, but it wouldn't have came to me in the way that it came to me when I woke up. You see what you follow me? Eh, You never know when you're gonna get some information, and it's important for you to retain it. It's important for you to write it down. If you see something and you feel like it's a synchronicity, take a picture of it. It's important to keep these things because when it is time for you to teach, you have the receipts and the proof and the book. These are going to be your book texts to teach and to sell your points and help people to retain, to help people to understand, to help people to pinpoint what they need to look for by showing examples of things that they may need. Shake my dress, shake my dress, shake my dress. They getting long, y'all. But yeah, a major thing that I had to realize, and a major thing that helped me was knowing that they're still here. They still cheering you on. They still here. It's just the fact that you can't see them. There's a thin line, but they're still here. They're still doing whatever they can for you, and that they can even be more present spiritually. Come on, than physically. They can even be present, more present spiritually than physically. Yeah, that is something to always go about, and to think about, because it is your right, your birthright. Um, you this may be cliche, it may be corny, but they don't want you to be sad. They want you to keep your head on the swivel because you're on a mission. They want you to keep your head on a swivel because they're on a mission and they are not there to protect you. They are not there to to see around you. They're not there to help minister you in the physical. However, they can see a whole lot more in the spiritual. So I would say it is important to take some time to yourself to pray. It is important to take some time to yourself to listen. It's important to take some time to yourself to to understand what you are listening to. It is important to take the time for yourself to discern what you are listening to, what you are looking at, what you are gravitating towards, because nothing is a coincidence. If you hear your mama's voice, she's talking to you. Yep. Depending on who's transitioning, who is on your side, who's rooted for you, who is actually watching over you, who's actually looking all around you. They're gonna make sure that you understand, because before we could ever talk, we could feel. We vibrate. Our essence vibrate to understand. So those are some key points. They don't want you to be sad. They want you to be okay. They want you to keep your head on the swivel because you are on a mission. They're going to try their best to help you in at any capacity that they can, but ultimately you have to be the eyes and ears like around you to actually fully know. And you can't do that while you're down. You can't do that while you're sad. You can't do that while you are, because you are not aware. You are not aware. That's the real reason. That is the real reason why you don't need to be sad, to cry. I mean, yeah, at certain times it's okay to release your emotions, but they need you to keep that head on a swivel, cuz it's something that they miss that they need you to get. And you have to be in your right mind, right spirit, right soul, right everything to receive it. So that is going to be all for today. I thank y'all. I thank y'all. I thank God. Thank y'all for tuning into this video. Let's run it up. No, for real. Let's run this up. Of course, y'all see this here. Authentically yapping. My Twitch is IDEFKM underscore. My TikTok LESGETLIT. Once again, that's LESGETLIT. I be posting videos on there too. So y'all know what to do, and I'll see y'all in a few.